On paper, you have won. The degree is on the wall. The promotion is in the system. The keys to the suburban house are in your pocket. By every metric the 20th century gave us, you are a success. So why does it feel like the ground is eroding? Why, despite a six-figure salary, is the margin between stability and catastrophe so thin? It isn't paranoia, it's pattern recognition. You haven't failed. You've been optimized. The very markers of your arrival, the house, the car, the zip code, have been re-engineered into sophisticated wealth extraction tools. Today, we're performing an autopsy on the modern middle-class budget to find exactly where the wealth is bleeding out. The first trap is built by the people you trust most, your lenders. When a bank pre-approves you for a mortgage, they aren't telling you what you can afford. They are calculating your maximum debt capacity. They aren't factoring in your child's university fund, your desire for a peaceful retirement, or even a basic vacation. They are calculating the absolute limit of what you can pay without defaulting. In 2019, a $100,000 income could afford 65% of all home listings in the U.S. By 2026, that same income can only access 37%. We have moved from a 30% of income housing standard to a reality where the median home consumes nearly 50% of a household's take-home pay. When you buy the maximum house, you aren't buying an asset, you are buying a cage. You become house rich and cash poor, one broken HVAC unit away from a crisis. This cage is reinforced by the transportation trap. The average new car payment has crossed the $770 mark. 22% of buyers are now signing 84-month loans. That is 7 years of interest on an asset that loses 20% of its value the moment you drive it off the lot. If you redirected that $700 payment into a low-cost index fund, in 30 years, it would be worth over $670,000. Every luxury SUV in a suburban driveway is quite literally a sacrificed retirement. For those in their 30s and 40s, these fixed costs collide with the most brutal expense of all, care. In Tier 1 G7 cities, daycare for 2 children now rivals or exceeds the cost of a mortgage. Families are losing 20 to 37% of their total income just to stay in the workforce. To save money, many move to the suburban fringe, but this is the suburban sprawl trap. You trade lower rent for a commute tax. 2 cars, double the insurance, thousands in fuel, and, most importantly, the loss of your most non-renewable resource, time. A house that is $50,000 cheaper but adds 90 minutes to your daily commute is a mathematical net loss. You are trading your life force for a slightly larger kitchen. The final pillar is psychological. It is the normalization of debt. Gen X and older millennials currently hold the highest debt loads in history. Because everyone has a car payment and a student loan, we've stopped seeing debt as a fire. We see it as the weather. But 20% interest on a credit card isn't just life. It is a wealth-building engine running in reverse. This is fueled by peer mimicry. In your 40s, income dispersion widens. Your neighbor buys a Tesla. Your colleague flies business class. You feel the urge to match them to prove you belong in the same tier. But you are comparing your internal balance sheet to their external highlight reel. You don't see the $4.8 trillion in consumer debt held by your peers. You are competing with a ghost. The economy is working exactly as intended. It is designed to capture every dollar of your income growth through lifestyle inflation before you can ever turn it into freedom. To escape, you must stop being a consumer and start being a strategist. Kill the normalization. Treat high-interest debt as a household emergency. The 50% rule. Every raise you receive, half goes to your future, half goes to your present. You improve your life, but you never stop building your fortress. Optimize for margin, not status. A smaller house with $2,000 in monthly margin is infinitely more luxurious than a mansion with a zero bank balance. The traps are structural, but your participation is optional. You can keep running on the treadmill, or you can step off and start walking towards a life where you own your time. The best time to start was 10 years ago. The second best time is today.